One of the most dynamic weight rooms in the state of Alabama. We're sitting in here with Coach Ragsdale of the Spring Garden Panthers, and as always, we want to thank S&H Waterproofing for their outstanding help covering these student athletes in schools all across North Alabama. Coach, it's been a long summer. It seems like, we just got out of school the other day, and then we're flipping the page, and then here you are not only playing a game this week, you're playing on a Thursday night, which is even day sooner than most schools in this area. But just kind of recap everything. I know, the golden ticket was last year. You had a lot of seniors you leaned on, and y'all had a great football team, very successful this year. Well, those guys are gone. They got to be replaced by some other guys. But just walk us through this whole summer and what that's looked like for you guys, Coach.
Well, starting, even go back before summer, starting as soon as the season ended last year, we ended a little abruptly. Second round had a feel like premature loss where our guys had set some goals to reach a little bit further, and came up short round two, and we hit the ground next week, had Thanksgiving break, and then, man, that Monday after Thanksgiving break we hit it running, in the weight room 5 days a week, and just doing what we always do. And we lost some ball players last year, a lot. For a small school you lose 12, and I think 5 of those 12 were all-state performers. So there's some shoes to fill, but these guys have, day one, they've come in doing the same things that we've been doing for years, and been a really hard working group. And I say this is probably this is one of the hardest working groups that I've had. Every group's a little bit different. Last year I used a word to describe that team last year, is just focus. I think this team, they're driven. They come in here every day and they work hard, and they've done the little things right. And over the course of 5 or 6 months, you lose some. It's a little. We kicked it up a notch. We lost some along the way, and then you get to where we're at right now. You get to that magic number of what you got. It's kids that put in the work, and they're going to show up every day and work hard and come in with a good attitude. So we're interested and excited for this. The season is starting. Like I said, we play on Thursday this week, and when you schedule that Thursday game back in May, when Coach Nelson and I moved this game to Thursday, which we've been playing on Thursday last few years with Sandrock, you get to game week. I've told several people this week, when Sunday hit and we start watching film, it goes, man, that Thursday sounded good till right now. Now we gotta bump it up and do a little extra work. So, but I think it'll be good. I think we'll have a good gate, at Sandrock Thursday. I think there'll be a good crowd. Got a new, a new football team. People's expecting us, a lot of new faces, and you got a new coach at Sandrock, Coach Nelson. So I think it'll be a good crowd Thursday night.
Coach, when you, you just mentioned it. First of all, it's crazy when you think about that. It's here. Like, do you ever, in your back of your head, say, man, I needed to cross this T dot this? What are the things that's going through your head that you're already in a game week and we just got back into school?
Yeah, well. On top of that, most football coaches and, in my shoes, high school football coaches, you're juggling classes also. So, you get back in the first few weeks of school is always crazy. So you're juggling class schedules, and then you're looking at, like this week being a short week, you're going, hey, have we got this in, this and this and this, and we worked on 2 minutes enough? Have we did our special teams enough? And you take a day of preparation this week. It speeds things up a little bit, and I might wake up at night a little bit more, going, when can I work this in tomorrow? How can we adjust? But that short week already to a crazy time of year, when you're that short week, it does seem to speed the process up a little bit.
It even heightens probably your paranoia.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Now, Coach, I don't know how to word this. Like, you guys have been on a run here of just year after year, just really good athletes. It's bought in and doing the right things in the classroom, in the weight room, on the field. What's that been like, first of all, being a part of that? And people don't understand. It's it's always easier to climb a mountain than when you, and I'm not saying you guys are plateaued or anything like that, but it's always easier to climb that mountain but now you guys are kind of a standard. Like, there's guys, if they beat you, this made their season. Like, and that's, yeah, or have we arrived in that standpoint? I know you have other aspirations, but how hard is it to keep that standard rolling here and not missing a beat?
I mean, this is year 16 for me here, and I can think about some teams that we've had in the past. I can start naming guys. I'm going to leave some guys out. But we've been fortunate to have good athletes, good people, good athletes, hard workers, put all that together for a long time. We've had a long run of success, and I mean, every year is no different. Every year, you have turnover to some degree, and we've graduated 11 or 12 or 13 before, and it's just the next group answering the bell, and it starts that next week after season's over. It's so I told the guys, I don't know how many times last few weeks, what have y'all sensed? Have y'all sensed a panic button among the coaches? Have y'all sensed that we come in here and try to reinvent the wheel and try to change something? No. I mean, some things that you change every year for different groups, but as far as expectations and just, hard work pays off, talks cheap, that's kind of things that my kids hear a lot. And whether you have whatever season, however many wins you roll out, how far you make in the playoffs, or you don't make the playoffs, whatever the scenario is, we just preach, hey, put your nose to the grindstone and work, and you'll reap the benefits, whatever that may be. We control our attitude, we control our effort, and but it does help having success from past groups that kids feel like they do have a mark to reach or a standard that's held over their head. But the work ethic is the big thing that we stay on, I think.
What I think is incredible about it is, like, at let's just say a normal high school, especially a school this size, every 4 or 5 years you'll have a flare-up good football team. You'll have a basketball team here or there, and your baseball team will be competitive. Dude, it's like, y'all are, like region championship, in basketball, area champs, and then in baseball, there's no drop off, A, and then it's like no drop off during season, B, which is just, you don't see that. Like, I can name 50 schools right now off the top of my head, and I guarantee you, if you go look at their record in this sport or that sport right there, they got to be something you guys as a staff and as staffs, plural, if that's a word, are doing. It's got the continuity, it's got the brotherhood, it's got the standard, because it ain't just here. So across the street in the classroom and everything, you're putting out good humans.
Well, I mean, that's the thing I go back to. Whatever the season entails, whatever outcome that we have at the end of the year, wins and losses. I mean, you still go back to that. Hey, let's be on the same page. Let's come in here and work every day, despite the circumstances. Let's get after it. But is that old coaching saying, it's not the X's and O's, it's Larry and Joe's.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, look, I said good players make a coach look good, and so I throw off real quick to the players that we've had over the years. I mean, that's number one. We've been fortunate to have really good athletes come through from good families that allow us to hold their kids to that standard. I think it goes to all of our programs. We've been so fortunate to just have good kids come through that they do work hard, and our coaches work together here. I mean, we're all in the weight room. All our kids work together. It's not, in this day and age, I mean, that's that thing too. I think you see any school that's successful, their football players are playing basketball.
Yep.
Their basketball players are playing baseball. We're in that world of wanting to be that one sport athlete or whatever. I mean, you got that continuity.
Yeah. That
builds between those kids that are on the football field together. That continuity goes to the basketball court, goes to the baseball field. They've seen each other working in here. I mean, and again, that goes to the kids. We've been fortunate to have kids that come in here and, hey, a small school, you got to do your part.
A lot of well, I'll say a big majority of it starts in this building, in this room right here.
That's, we're fortunate in that aspect. In 7th grade, right now, you come here in the morning at 7:45. Our 7th and 8th graders are in here with Coach Ratt, Coach Bowman. I don't know, and I guess those two mainly right now. But they're in here. And they've 7th grade. they start
Getting after it.
getting after it day one. So
Yeah, by the time you got, a lot of places, I hate to say this, but I know schools, even 5 and 6A schools, the guys don't even work out to get there in 9th grade. By the time your guys get to 9th grade, they're probably on the field, and they have been 2 full school years and a summer worth of workouts.
yeah,
Talk about that.
I mean, it definitely helps. I get them as freshmen. So we have our athletic PE for our young kids first block, and then I get them at 1:15 at the end of the day. So by the time I get 9th graders, they've had Coach Ratt, Coach Bowman, whoever's in here with them in the morning. So when I come in here, they're trained. I put up the workouts on the board, and they know our stations, and they, so that's a huge deal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
2 summers and 2 full years and a summer. They're already been doing
Yeah.
this.
I mean, and for a 1A school, and even I go up maybe, 1, 2, 3, whatever, for small school. I mean,
Oh, y'all got
our kids don't know how fortunate they are. Some of them do, but I mean,
fantastic.
but this is one of the nicest
Yes.
weight rooms around.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's super nice in here, and you get a lot of work done in here. Let's dial this thing in, Coach. Game week. Let's talk about, just in general, some of the guys on the opposite side of the ball you got to lean on this year. Guys, you got to have step up and be leaders for you.
Yeah, well, you always start, quarterback position, replacing Noah there at quarterback. Brady Ruart's been taking snaps at quarterback, and he's joining the backfield by Clayton Sadler, who's a veteran, been a 3-year starter. Ben Baker, Zane Edwards, another senior. Those 3 guys in the backfield, along with Brady. We got really one returning starter on the offensive line that started every game last year, and started as a freshman year before in probably 5 or 6 games. So Zach Scoggin, he's going to be kind of anchoring the line there. He got a lot of new faces around him. I think we have 8 seniors this year, and all 8 of those guys are contributing. So that's what you expect out of seniors.
Absolutely.
Coming in, and I mean, again, when I start naming people,
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna leave somebody else. I got those 8 seniors, and they're contributing. All 8 of them somewhere on the field. Got a sophomore heavy class. We got a lot of sophomores with this group. I think we're 8. I think we're 8 seniors. I'll say about 8 juniors. I think we're 11 or 12 sophomores. Freshmen, I think we got like 7 freshmen, something like that, right off the top of my head. But got Brady, the backfield, and those guys on offense are doubling on defense.
Yeah, a lot of your guys.
Yeah,
do
I mean,
but you do got some depth too.
Yeah, we are playing a lot of guys both ways. We're starting to find some depth on the defensive line. That's what we like to do on the defensive line. That's where we like to roll a lot of people, get some blows. Secondary wise, got Brady returning secondary, Bowden Bowles senior, Kayla Free senior, and Ben Baker. He's rolling in some secondary, playing star linebacker. So, I think we've got some. We're leaning on those 3 or 4 guys that have experience, especially these first 3 weeks of practice. Been really pleased with how they've led, and they're grabbing kids, telling them what to do, and trying to spread that knowledge out real quick.
Yeah.
Those 3 or 4 guys, that's what you got to do with a young team. And I've been pleased with them for 3 weeks of what we've been able to accomplish and grow. And on Thursday night we'll finally get to see what kind of strides we've been making.
Let's talk about special teams, Coach. I always love to touch on those, and I'm sure you're a big fan of winning that phase of the game too.
Yeah. We got Joel Hunter, senior. He's punting, kicking. Zane Edwards, they're splitting time, kickoffs. Again, it's one of those. A lot of those guys are on first O, first D, or on our special teams. But also, we preach to the guys, hey, this is a great chance to score. It's not just a possession down where, hey, let's get the ball and try to get this field position wherever. We spend some time on special teams trying to take advantage of those opportunities. Now, I will say, again, small school, that's one of those things, special teams, you got to get creative to get that time in and still get your reps on offense, defense. But we definitely definitely got a lot of guys that are playing offense, defense, playing on special teams. Now I'm trying to think, Brady. I'm trying to think of my special teams guys for a minute again. I just went completely blank on it.
Well, let me ask you this about special teams. Is that, if you were talking to a younger guy, a freshman, maybe sophomore guy, if you want to earn,
If you're on special teams,
if you want to earn a way to get on offensive
Yeah.
defensive rotation, is that not a great?
man, that's what I was about to go with. If you're on special teams as a freshman or sophomore, that means we've seen some little bit of grit in you. We know we trust you tackling, we trust you blocking. That's usually the way to get your foot in the door.
That's right.
If you want to get on the field, it may not be this year on offense or defense. It could be next year. But special teams is where you wedge yourself in, for sure.
Awesome. I always notice, man, a lot of coaches talk about that. Hey, you want to move up that chart and you want to get seen, that's a great way to do it.
If you got some guys that you can put on special teams that maybe are not on your O&D, they can give those guys a breather,
That's
but
right.
you can still trust them. That is a huge advantage to have at a small school or any size school.
Gaining trust and you're helping the team out.
Yeah.
That's a positive. Coach, we ran a little long, but we're having to do catch up today. Before I get out of here, Coach, and I know you got a lot to prepare in a short period of time. The floor is yours. Just could be anything you'll talk about. Travel over there, what that's going to look like, what time y'all leave, whatever you'd like to talk about.
Yeah, well, come out Thursday night and watch these guys have been working hard, and I think it's going to be a good game Thursday. Got a Coach Nelson, new coach at Sandrock there, new squad. So we're just excited to get the 25 season started and see what these guys can pay some dividends from the hard work they put in.
Yeah, because they put it in.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Coach, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. We'll be back here each and every week with another episode of Keeping Up with Spring Garden Athletics. Thank you.